I genuinely can't tell if I'm into it or if I'm afraid. Nah, screw it, I'm just aroused. Monday, 9:38 a.m. Wakey, wakey. It's time to start your day. I guess you're asking me for my name? You slowly come to your senses. There seems to be a fuzz hindering your memory, like a cloud around your thoughts. Come on, Lion. I've let you sleep in enough. Hi! How the fuck is your hair doing that? You slowly open your eyes and suppress a noise of alarm as you're met with a tall, pale figure with dark clothes and jet black hair gazing down at you. There you are, honey. We're already running a little behind. You were extremely confused, anxiously scanning the strange yet oddly familiar room. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I can answer them all at breakfast, okay? Forced to listen to this man, you hesitantly nod, earning a toothy grin from him before he slipped out of the room. I'm gonna stay calm. Why would I freak out? I'm gonna be calm. You close your eyes and take some deep breaths, opening them again when you feel ready enough to face whatever was downstairs. You get out of bed, your feet leading you towards the bathroom in your room. You had no idea that was there, yet it was like muscle memory. Looking in the mirror, you feel a little bit more at ease. You look at yourself deeply in the mirror. You know it's your face, but it feels wrong somehow. You are neutral presenting. Yes, I am they, them. After freshening up a bit and feeling much steadier, you head downstairs. As you advance downstairs, you're met with the pleasant smell of meat as well as the soft sizzle of oil on a pan. You take a seat at the table, not knowing what else to do. You see the back of the stranger, now wearing a baby pink apron that seemed a touch out of place with his entire aesthetic. You also couldn't help but notice the odd way stray locks of hair were floating over his head, as if stuck to the ceiling by the tips. You could hear him humming softly as he killed the heat of the stove and began plating the food. You're so freaky. That's why I love you. Good morning. You're presented with a surprisingly adorable breakfast. From what you could see, a golden brown toast, bacon, and a sunny side up egg with odd specks and powders on the surface you can only assume to be various seasonings. You can't remember if you ate meat or not. Would it even matter? You should eat. I think you'll enjoy it. Time for breakfast. I drank the meat, it goes in my mouth. I drank the meat, it's in my mouth. I drank the meat, it's in my mouth. I drank the meat, it's in my mouth. Thank you for breakfast. It's my pleasure, honey. You're looking at me funny, so I'm sure you have some questions. First things first, my name is... You can call me Cole. Now the introductions are out of the way. What would you like to know, my dear? Who am I? Well, you are Lion, my lover. And you love cats. Do I? I don't know. Do you? He giggled. At least he has a sense of humor. Why, what about my friends? My family? What about them? Do I have family? Do I have friends? Can you remember them? No? Then they probably weren't that important. He giggled again, a bit louder this time. I thought of that one last night. Pretty good, right? We have a comedian on our hands. You were, not so amused. He glances at your empty plate, as if double-checking that you ate it all. Would you look at that? You're all done with breakfast. Hey! He took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water. You're free to roam around the house and explore. If you want, can I explore your body instead? You stand from the table, feeling a little less uneasy now that you've had food in your system and your most pressing question somewhat answered. I explore. You decide to explore. I look downstairs. Maybe there's a murder basement. You look around, seeing a modest living room right beside the kitchen. The severe lack of walls was kind of unsettling. If you looked around at any point of the house, you could see everything with little to no obstruction. You spot a hallway beside the staircase that leads upstairs. You peek around that corner to see a door. The front door. You glance over at Cole, who was probably still preoccupied in the kitchen, and tiptoe into the narrow hall. I said I wanted to go downstairs! This is just going on this stairs! It's a gloomy scene. Ominous even. Where the door window should be were 2 wooden planks neatly nailed onto the surface, as well as duct tape along the glass beside the doorway. You see a small table with a drawer and a plant on top. Inside the drawer was a house key, random receipts varying from year to the year before, and a Polaroid. A slightly crumpled Polaroid. It showed 3 people. On the left, a man with long blonde wigs. On the right, a woman with sparkling ginger hair. And in the middle, a man with silky black hair with a familiar shit-eating grin. Cole? No way this was the same guy as the one in the kitchen right now. This guy actually looked... Wait, you're telling me you don't like the way Cole looks now? Normal. You say there's nothing normal about Cole? I mean, sure, his eyes might be like bloodshot, but still. Human. The hell happened? You put the photo and the other various items back into the drawer before creeping closer to the front door. You stare at it blankly for a moment. You could just leave. Would it even be worth it? You don't know anything about the world anymore. No family, no friends. Stay. You sigh, shake your head. It's not worth the risk. You were perfectly safe where you were. For the most part. Hey, yo, wait, hey! Nice seeing you there. Hey, you look at me look at you. Oh, I turn around, jolty at sight of Cole, peeking from behind a corner, as if watching to see what you do. He flashed a grateful smile before returning to the kitchen, clearly pleased with your choice. Creep. Maybe it was best to keep an eye on Cole. After all, you weren't completely comfortable around him. You walked towards the couch in the living room, taking a seat and waiting. After a few moments, Cole... What the hell is up with our house? Cole finally emerges from the kitchen. He smiles, pleasantly surprised that you stayed close by. Hi. Not gonna lie, I thought you were going to try to leave. And the reason you decide not to. I just like the way you look, and I love how Cole is basically just photo bashed. I love that the apron is like so realistic as opposed to everything else. I love this aesthetic, not gonna lie. It's been ages since I've seen something like this. Why did you want me to leave? Do you hate me that much, Cole? Do you really want me to leave? He averted his gaze. No, never that. It's just, on rare days, you don't immediately go to the door. Rare? You know, when you wake up every day, it's like a different version of your personality. Most of the time, you're super scared and hate me. Sometimes you're super kind and understanding. 8 times out of 10, you end up wanting to leave me, you know? I guess. I just wanted to chat a little more, if that's all right, unless you really don't want to chat with me. Cole visibly lit up. Of course, anything you want. Cole walks back into the kitchen, then returns with a pink apron folded neatly in his arms. He sets it down on the bare coffee table, giving you his undivided attention. What are you curious about, my dear? Why, how did we meet? He hummed thoughtfully for a moment. It was at a bar, somewhere downtown. I went with my friends that day, but when I saw you, you were scared. There was a person following you all night, so you came to me and asked if I could pretend to be someone you knew. That's it? It was a strangely normal way to meet someone, given the circumstances. Well, I saw you around a few times more after that. Grocery store, cafe, antique shop. Antique shop? That's a little unconventional. Yeah, well, it was there when I finally got your number and we started talking. He gazed at you with the sadness and longing of someone reminiscing fond memories. Did you go out into public looking like this? Because honestly, like, how could you? How could you show all this off to anyone but me? How dare you look this freaking good for anyone but me? You gesture vaguely to his appearance, heavy on the odd behavior of his hair. Oh, goodness, no. Oh, that was creepy. Have a little more faith in me, honey. Gosh. No, this look, shall I say, isn't really what I look like. You look at him weird. The hell does that even mean? I don't know how to explain this. There are instances where I look more normal. And you don't in your own home? No. What an awkward mess. It was strangely endearing. There are photos around the house of what I typically look like whenever I went out. I don't try so hard with my appearance anymore now that I don't go outside. Why not? Well, I need to take care of you. Can't exactly leave you alone now, can I? I guess not. At those words, something buried under the fog in your brain flickered, like a piece of the past was trying to make itself known again. Can I ask something else? You pause, almost unsure if you should say it. Did you do anything specific to maintain your outside appearance? Cole's expression dropped immediately, his eyes widening as his pupils shrank and the little color he had in his face drained. Would you look at the time? We should have lunch. You open your mouth to say something, but you're sat in the chair once more. Oh, all right. Monday, 1:30 p.m. You are so cute. You're presented with a normal-looking sandwich. Oh, sick! From what you could see, 2 slices of bread, lettuce, tomatoes, lunch meat, and cheese. Nothing seemed too out of the ordinary. You should eat. Time for lunch. Yay! I'm gonna put this in my mouth, and I'm gonna put this in my mouth. I'm gonna put this in my mouth. I'm gonna put this in my mouth. I'm gonna put Cole in my mouth. I'm gonna put all of him in my mouth. That was an odd aftertaste in your mouth. A little bitter. What's in your mind, honey? Huh. Who are the people in the picture? Who are the people in that Polaroid by the door? They were people we were close with, he replied softly, examining your expression closely. Do you recognize anyone in the picture? Only you. Who the fuck is Zeke? Only you. I should ask about Zeke. Cole's expression went flat. You don't know why you said that. Who the hell was Zeke? Suddenly his attention in the kitchen was overwhelming, heavy and thick. You felt uncomfortable where you sat. How do you know that name? Well, the game gave me the option, so of course I was going to pick it. Cole's voice no longer carried a cheery tone. It was unnerving. You don't know what to say. You don't even know how you know that name. Hey! Cole was now standing in front of you, leaning down to meet your eyes. He placed his head against the edge of the table, so all of you could see him. Well, you could see all of him. His hair began branching out like dark vines, winding around the chair as if trapping you there without directly touching you. Lion, I said, how do you know that name? I don't know! I just suddenly remembered it earlier! He continued to stare deeply into your eyes, like he could see your very soul with his own. He sighs as he steps back, his hair falling to his back once more, save for the few still connected to the ceiling. Sorry, honey. I'm sure that was just a misunderstanding. I apologize if I scared you. You know that's not my intention. To answer your question, those 2 are the friends I was with at the bar when I first met you. Is Zeke the blonde? Yes, he is. Is he still around? You could say that. Do you have him in your basement? Will I ever get to meet him? Cole's expression was hard to read, yet a slight twitch of his eye made it clear he did not want to think about it. Preferably not, my dear. He let out a soft sigh, glancing down at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Why does he do that? Why is it so important you finish all your food? Well, looks like we're done here. He took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water, just as he had before. Safe to assume you are free to do what you wanted again. You stand there for a moment, unsure what to do next. Upstairs. You decide to take a look upstairs. Once you reach the top of the stairs, you scan the upstairs. There's a chandelier above you. It stands out quite a bit against the bland colors of your home. It looks, antique. The second floor is modest and very simple, with only 3 doors that you could see. One with a sign that had your name, one with wooden boards over it, and another tucked away and locked tightly. You would only assume that this was Cole's room. Check out the boarded room. Some of these nails aren't that secure. Maybe there's something around that you can pry them loose. The locked room. The door looks like it's been modified. Where a doorknob should have been is a handle with a large padlock hanging off of it. If Cole has a key, it's hidden somewhere. My room. As you enter the room, you stand in the doorway. You see your bed. A closet with 5 of the same sweater hung up on clothes hangers. The bathroom, and to your right, a short bookshelf with multiple random books, 2 framed pictures, and a shoebox at the very bottom. You approach the bookshelf, shutting your bedroom door behind you. What are you most curious about? Clearly the shoebox. You sit in front of the shelf, pulling out the shoebox. You open the box to see various memorabilia. It was clear at first glance that these were gifts from Cole to you. Okay. There's a receipt. There's another receipt. There's well, I did not want to grab that. I want to grab the flowers. From Cole to you, Lord of Acid. There's like so much gunk. Wait, can I click on this? Looks like a band shirt. So it's not of a band you've heard of, or maybe you have. You can't remember. It also looks like it's too big for you. Was this one of Cole's? Okay, so I'll leave this here. I'll drag the CD and click on it. It says from Cole to you in big red Sharpie. You wonder what's on the disc. Okay, what about the flowers? I'm gonna move this aside and click on them. An assortment of flowers dried and carefully tied together. Bits of the petals were beginning to flake off into the box. The first receipt from the Nook Cafe. Looks like a drive-through coffee shop order. Right, why would I have that? Grandma's Antiques, what did we buy? It's a receipt for an antique lamp? The same one out by the stairs. What about the teddy bear? Hey, wait, well, I want to click on that instead. Wait, let's click on the teddy bear first. A fuzzy brown stuffed bear with a red ribbon around its neck. Let's click on that little thing in the top right corner. Wait, I want to click! Frick. Okay, I guess there's nothing else for us to look at. Even though I do want to look at a tiny scrap in the corner, I can't click on it. I'm gonna continue. Suddenly, you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs. Honey, it's time for dinner. You step out of your room, closing the door shut behind you. As you descend the stairs, you see Cole waiting at the bottom expectantly. He smiled widely as he began to gently grasp your shoulder. There you are. Monday, 7:02 p.m. I hope you had fun today. Not really. You're presented with a spaghetti with what is that mixed in the noodles? You should eat. I don't think I want to eat this. This time it feels different. It's important. Why is the spaghetti sliced up like pizza? How? How did you do this? Oh, what the? Into my mouth. Into my mouth. Oh, yeah. There were conflicting textures, like you were eating something that was still alive. It made you feel sick to your stomach. Anything new, honey? What's all that stuff in the shoebox? You mean the shoebox on the bottom shelf in your room? You nod. Oh, those are just little gifts and things I gave you when we were getting together. And when you moved in, naturally all the gifts came right back. But what's mine is yours, and what's yours belongs in your room. Some of the things in there could be considered trash by now, but I can't bring myself to throw away any of our precious memories away. Call me sentimental, but it's far too important to me. Can I ask about the items, like what they were from or when I received them? Of course. Ask away, my dear. You remember the exact details of each gift in that box? I remember every detail of every gift I've ever gotten you. Ever. I thought that was normal for couples to do. Weird, but also kind of sweet. The CD. November 17th, 20XX. I had told you once that I always wanted to do the 2000 CD playlist thing with my partner. So you let me burn one of my playlists into a CD. I don't know if you ever listened to it, but I like to think that you do. He picks up a plate, disregarding the strange nature of the meal as he stands to put it in the sink. It's getting late. You should get to bed. Oh, get in bed with me, big boy. Do you wanna lay down with me? Just until I fall asleep? There's a brief pause before Cole squeaks out a strangled noise. Really? You're okay with that? You nod, giving him the green light. He's so creepy and adorable. Cole hesitates for only a moment before laying down on the mattress beside you. He was at the very edge of the bed, keeping a respectful distance from you, with his hands folded carefully in front of him. He looked like even breathing near you wrong could be a cardinal sin on his part. Sweet dreams, my love. His voice is soft, almost reverent. You feel his fingers brush your arm, a fleeting, gentle touch before sleep pulls you under. November 17, 20XX, 8:41 a.m. You see the light first, soft, golden, spilling through the blinds of your old apartment like warm honey. You're sitting on the floor in front of your coffee table, tying your shoes for work. Your jacket is half-zipped, your bag is open beside you, and the faint smell of laundry detergent lingers in the air. There is a knock on your door. It's open! The door creaks and Cole slips inside without waiting for permission, hair freely flowing with the wind, hoodie sleeves pushed up, cheeks flushed from the cold. Morning, honey. You're early. I know. Didn't sleep. He steps over your scattered shoes and sits beside you on the floor, knees bumping yours. He's holding something, a plastic case with something inside. Made you something. You made me something? He nods, eyes bright with a nervous, excited energy. CD, like the old days. I burned a playlist for you. He turned the case as if teasing the grand reveal as the smooth surface reflects the morning sun. Remember when people used to trade mixtapes? I always wanted to do that with someone I loved. You still have a CD burner? No, but Zeke does. His brother had one, so I broke in and stole it from his childhood home. You laugh, and he beams like that was the reaction he was hoping for. I picked songs that reminded me of you. I listened to the artists you couldn't get tickets for. You remember that? I remember everything about you. He nudged the CD closer to you, flipping it around so you could see it now. Go on, take a look. In big red Sharpie, it read, "From Cole to you," in his sloppy handwriting. He looked at you softly with his soft eyes and an expectant smile. So, do you love it or what? He teased, eager to get a response. It's cute! Play later, okay? Promise me you'll listen? I promise. He exhales, relieved. I like making things for you. For a moment, everything feels warm, safe, familiar. But the hallway light flickers. The bustle of the streets outside distorts. Cole's smile lingers, but the edges blur, smear, melt into darkness. Tuesday, 9:29 a.m. Rise and shine. A familiar voice rings gently in your ears as you blearily open your eyes. Waking up this time around was less taxing than yesterday. Look at you, you early bird. And noticeably less disorienting. Morning, Cole. Cole practically flinched where he sat, nearly tumbling off the bed entirely. You remember my name? He exclaimed, all too loud for how recently he had woken up. Huh? Was that wrong? Were you not meant to know his name or something? At your confusion, Cole frantically looked around the room, as if the walls themselves were listening in on something not allowed. It's nothing. Come down for breakfast when you're ready, he said slowly as he got up from the bed, gently clicking the door shut behind him as he left. You head downstairs for breakfast, still shaking off the last traces of sleep and confusion from Cole's reaction. As you advance downstairs, you're met with the familiar smell of bacon, egg, and toast. Cole must be making the same thing as yesterday. You take a seat at the table, watching the back of Cole as he mechanically made breakfast. He says nothing this time as he sets down the toast. It makes you a little anxious, hearing Cole this quiet. Breakfast passes quietly, the same as yesterday, save for Cole's light-hearted banter. He was gazing deeply into your eyes as if trying to assess something. His face was completely blank. It was so unnerving. You have some time before lunch. Wait! You freeze mid-step. Cole stands at the bottom of the stairs, apron still on, hands clasped tightly in front of him. Can we talk before you wander off? His tone is gentle, and he's smiling like before, but there's a strange urgency beneath it, like he's afraid you'll disappear if he looks away. Talk about what? Just this. You. Today. He gestured towards the living room. Come sit with me for a bit. Please? You're not unsure of what else to do. I mean, I'm kind of stuck in here, and most of the other rooms are locked or nailed up. Cole briefly ducks into the kitchen before returning with his apron, neatly folded once more. You sit on the couch. Cole sits beside you after settling the apron down on the coffee table beside a stack of Polaroids, close but not touching. His posture is stiff, like he's rehearsing how to be normal. You remembered my name this morning. Yes, am I not supposed to? You're not supposed to do that. He says it quietly, almost like he's afraid of the words themselves. Is that bad? Yes, well, no, it's wonderful. It's just unexpected. He fidgets with the hem of his winter sweater, twisting the fabric between his fingers. He looks away, embarrassed. But today is different. You're not supposed to be different. Different how? I don't know, but your vibe is just different. He leans forward slightly, studying your face with unnerving intensity. It's nice, but it's wrong. You shift uncomfortably. Cole, what exactly do you want to talk about? Everything. He says it too quickly. I mean, just whatever you want. I just want to hear you talk. About what? Anything. Your thoughts, what you think of the house, what you think of me. He pauses. Especially the last one. Why? Because I like hearing it. You sigh. You're being weirdly needy today. I am your boyfriend. I'm allowed to be needy. Hearing the term boyfriend coming from someone you basically met yesterday felt odd. But for some reason, it wasn't completely unwelcome. He shifts closer, just an inch. Cole then takes your hand, the vast darkness of his skin nearly swallowing your fingers in his. Tell me something you remember. Cole murmured softly, his voice low with reverence. I don't remember much, but you remembered my name. I guess that stuck. It's not meant to. Nothing is. He laughed softly, almost breathily. Feels like progress. Like maybe today will be better. Better than what? Than every day before today. He says it too quickly again. I don't want to ruin today. His fingers loosen their already gentle grip on yours, trailing down your palm. Can we just enjoy this morning? How? Talk to me. Ask me things. Let me be here with you. His voice softens. I miss you. Even when you're right in front of me. Especially when your mind is usually so far away. I'll have to fix this later, but for now, I want to be here with you. Ask about him. Tell me about you. Me? Well, I'm not that interesting. Yeah, but you're basically still a stranger to me. Fair enough. So, tell me something real. Something real? He thinks for a long moment. I like when you say my name. That is not what I meant! It's what I meant. He leans closer. The few stray strands of hair in front of his face swing slightly as he turns your hand around in his. But I guess we could go over the first date questions. If you really want. Let's see. My favorite color is red. I like how passionate it looks and how much emotion can vary through it. My favorite animals are bugs. The real creepy crawly ones. The ones that maybe an average person would be disgusted at. My favorite season is wintertime, but I hate being cold. When he stopped talking, a calm silence drifted between you. To think that at some point, these were things about him that you knew by heart. Thank you, Cole. He smiled. Anytime. The house. How long have we lived here? You moved in a few months ago. I've been here since I was 19. Wait, why this house? Honestly, I just chose a place far from my parents, but close by my friends. Did you not have a good relationship with your parents? No. He responds dryly, all fondness in his tone shriveled. It made you wonder if his parents were monsters, too. But living on my own turned out to be just as bad. This place is too big for one person, and it gets lonely whenever my friends couldn't hang out. But then I met you. His hands were fidgeting with yours now. It felt like he did this often, once upon a time. You make this house a home. Triple dots. Cole, what happened to me? He freezes. Nothing. That is not an answer. I don't know what I can tell you. Then tell me what you can. Cole swallows hard. His grip on your hand loosens, then tightens again, like he's afraid you'll pull away. You got sick. Really sick, and I didn't know what to do. Sick? How? He shakes his head, eyes dropping to your joined hands. You were dizzy, confused. You kept forgetting things. I thought it was stress or exhaustion, or I should have taken you to the hospital. I know that now. Why didn't you? His breath catches. Because you begged me not to. The room suddenly feels smaller. I did? He nods slowly, like he wasn't sure of what he was saying either. I was trying to respect that. I thought I was helping. Silence settles between you, heavy but not hostile. The conversation lingers in the air, long after it ends. You're not sure if you feel closer to him or further away. Either way, the day moves on. 1:30 p.m. Wait, Monday? I thought it was Tuesday! How did I go back in time? You're presented with another normal-looking sandwich. The same 2 slices of bread, some lettuce, same tomatoes, lunch meat, same cheese, all the same. I'm gonna pick it up, take my first bite, all while Cole continued to watch carefully. Once you're finished, that same bitter aftertaste lingered in your mouth. I'm pretty sure he's put something in here. Did you come in my sandwich again, Cole? So? Cole blinked, a little confused. Nothing? At all? Yeah. I see. He eyed your empty plate, as always. Nice ass! I'm sorry, but he's all legs and, just the tiny cheeks. I kind of love it. Then he took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water, just as he had before. I can't stop staring at his ass. I'm sorry, but it's so mesmerizing. I love that his legs go all the way up. God damn, can I stay here forever? This time, you could do what you wanted, right? Grab a fork. He then thought of the boarded door upstairs. The nails looked loose enough to try and pry with something like a fork. Maybe. But that means you have to distract Cole long enough to get one without being suspicious. You quickly think of a course of action. You awkwardly walk towards Cole as he's doing the dishes. He notices you immediately. You need something, my dear. Just felt like talking a bit more. He smiles brightly, clearly pleased. Then, I'm more than happy to indulge you. Do you have any questions? Why do you love me? He looked a bit surprised at the question, not exactly expecting you to say that. He hummed softly, eyes drifting to the sink, as he pondered how to verbalize the sheer weight of what he felt for you. Would it be shallow to say, because you're human? I was initially drawn to you with general attraction. Regular human stuff. He paused, fingers stilling in the soapy water. But then, you made the attempt to really get to know me. His voice softened, almost reverent. You made me feel real. You don't know how rare that is for someone like me. He lets out a quiet breath, almost a laugh. I love you for you, and I mean that. What's your full name? He paused thoughtfully. My full name? It's been a long time since I've said it out loud. Cole is low-key more comforting to hear. But if you really want to know, Sarholin. Oh, that's a hell of a name. I love it. My full name is Kwang Sarholin. Do you miss going outside? He paused mid-scrub, shoulders tensing just slightly. Outside is complicated. People would stare. They'd judge and ask questions. But with you, I didn't mind it as much. So yes, I miss it, but not as much as I'd miss you. Hey, knock over the paper towels. You take a subtle step back, bumping the roll of paper towels off the counter with your shoulder. It hits the floor with a soft thud. He bends down to pick it up immediately, unbothered in the slightest. You're lucky you're cute. This was the distraction you needed to grab a fork from the drawer. You hastily pull it open, just a bit before closing it. Walk away. Sorry about the trouble. I'll get off your hair now. He turned around as he placed the paper towels back on the counter. No problem, honey. Accidents happen. You waste no time to hurry upstairs. The boarded door stands exactly where you left it. You wedge the fork beneath the first nail and push. It gives way with a strained metallic groan that makes you wince. You work quickly, listening for any sign of Cole coming upstairs. Another bolt loosens, another, and another. The final plank drops to the floor. You swallow hard and push the door open. The room beyond is dim and still. The storage room, small, dusty, quiet. But the moment your eyes adjust, your stomach twists. Mundane, everyday objects are everywhere. Clothes you don't remember owning. Books with your handwriting in the margins. A backpack, a phone charger, a stack of notebooks tied with twine. A framed photo face down on the floor. You kneel beside a box labeled with your name. Your fingers brush the lid. Something warm flickers in your chest like recognition, trying to break through the fog. You open the box. Inside are small objects, trinkets, receipts, notes, pieces of a life you can't remember living. Suddenly you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs. Honey, it's time for dinner. You step out of your room, closing the door shut behind you. As you descend the stairs, you notice that Cole wasn't at the bottom to greet you this time. He stayed in the kitchen. Dinner smells like spaghetti once again, but the moment you step into the kitchen, something feels off. Cole stands at the stove, shoulders low, movement slow and unfocused. Cole? Hey, honey. Dinner's almost ready. His voice is soft in a way that doesn't sound quite like him. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm just tired. He tries to smile, but it doesn't quite reach his eyes. You sit as he sets a plate in front of you, then lowers himself over the kitchen table once more. Dinner is quiet, not tense, just muted. Sorry I'm not very talkative tonight. It's okay. He gives you a small, grateful nod. I'll be better after some sleep. That's all. Something about the way he says it makes your stomach twist. When you're finished, he stands and gathers the plates. You can go rest. I'll clean it up. You sure? Yeah. Go on. He turns back to the sink, the soft clatter of dishes echoing through the dim kitchen. You watch for him a moment longer. Something is wrong. He just won't say what. You crawl into bed, alone this time as exhaustion settles into your bones after another strange day. The lamp beside the door casts a soft glow across the room, and your eyes grow heavy. Sleep takes you quickly. You wake up, but this time, Cole is nowhere to be seen. Your room is bathed in darkness. The lamp you had fallen asleep with is turned off. You don't remember turning it off. You sit up slowly, letting your eyes adjust to the dark. The house feels different at night, colder, heavier, like the walls are listening. Somewhere down the hallway, you hear a hushed voice. It's Cole. You slip out of bed, feet touching the cold floorboards, and creep towards the door. The hallway is pitch black, save for a faint sliver of light leaking from beneath Cole's bedroom door. His voice is clear now, and he sounded tense. No, Zeke, listen to me. You freeze. Zeke? So he was still in contact with him! You didn't have much time to ponder it, as you hear Cole's hushed voice once more. You inch closer, careful not to make the floor creak. I know what time it is, I know. No, I didn't tell them anything. I wouldn't do that. His tone sharpens, not angry, but scared. Zeke, please, tell me you can figure something out. The doses need to be higher. Lion's remembering things now. You know how dangerous that could get, don't you? Then, a pause. You can't hear what's being said on the other end, barely being able to make out what Cole's saying himself. Please, if not for Lion, do it for me. Your heart pounds. You take another step. Then, God damn it! The floor's creaking and the whispering just stopped. There's silence. You don't move. You don't breathe. I'll call you back. See you soon. Shit! Footsteps, the quiet jingle of a key struggling in a lock. You dart back towards your room, slipping inside just as the hallway lights flick on. You crawl into bed and pull the blanket up to your chin, pretending to be asleep. The doorknob rattles. Your breath catches, but it doesn't open. After a long moment, you hear Cole's footsteps retreating down the hall. The house falls silent once again. You stare at the ceiling, wide awake, the darkness pressing in around you. What did he mean by, see you soon? You thought he couldn't leave the house. You don't sleep again for a long time. That's the end of the demo. Anyway, that was You Make This House a Home. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. And we will be back once the full game is released. I am a little fascinated by this game, especially with some of the mystery aspects of it. I'm curious to know what exactly is going on and why Cole is hiding so much from us. Like, clearly, okay, it seems to play out like your usual, like, yeah, you get kidnapped and bro is drugging you sort of game, but, like, I feel like there's more to it. How the hell is Zeke still alive? I thought he would have gotten rid of him, but, like, it seems like Zeke is probably in on whatever conspiracy is going on, so I'm a little curious to see where this goes. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and, as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.